everybody, and happy holidays to you and your families. Thank you for joining us for today's CONNECTpreneur Rocket Pitch, our last event of the year. CONNECTpreneur is a global community of over 30,000 investors, CEOs, entrepreneurs, business leaders, and professional service providers from around the world. And over the past 13 years, we've hosted over 110 in-person and virtual CONNECTpreneur forums with over 1,500 presentations. We've had a great track record with our presenting companies. About 2/3 have received capital or funding from investors that they've met through CONNECTpreneur. And we've built a great investor community of over 4,000 accredited private investors, angels, family offices who have attended our events and who are interested in investing in some of the awesome deals that they can meet through our platform. Bottom line, if you're raising capital now or in the future, let's talk about how our platform and CONNECTpreneur community can help you. So as we wrap up this year, 2024 was a great year for us. We had 11 virtual rocket pitch events. We had 10 large-scale in-person events, including 3 on the West Coast. We've continued our expansion into the West Coast. And if you follow us on our newsletters or on our website, you'll see all of the events that we're doing. And we hope you guys will participate, especially for those of you who are more local to the West Coast. And in addition, we also co-hosted 6 large-scale in-person pitch events, including 4 on the West Coast. So thank you for all your support over the years. Our community would not be thriving if it weren't for you guys. As far as today goes, hopefully you've already downloaded the program book. It has our sponsors, the executive summaries of our 6 awesome presenting companies today, as well as a list of all of the RSVPs, among other things. And if you have not yet downloaded it, don't worry. Emily from our team will post the link to the program book into the chat box. Speaking of sponsors, I would love to thank them. They make these virtual events possible and free for all of our attendees. So maybe we can put up our first sponsor poll. I want to recognize our sponsors. So if you have any business needs or any requirements that they can help you with, please answer the poll question and we'll share that confidentially with them and they'll get back to you. So let me shout out our awesome sponsors by name. We have Next, powered by Schulman Rogers. We have Schulman Rogers. We have Modus Create, AEG, the Association for Enterprise Growth, Prince William County, Virginia Economic Development, Northern Virginia Chamber of Commerce, Refraction, which is the top co-working and innovation community in the Washington, D.C. area. We have a lounge there, so if anyone's in Tyson's Corner, you need a place to go camp out, get some coffee, get some Wi-Fi and relax, you can use our CONNECTpreneur Lounge for free. Just let Skylar, who's our community manager, know, or Ray Stott, who's the CEO of Refraction. I want to thank the Maryland Tech Council, Startup Grind, EO, the Entrepreneurs Organization, FITSE, Keiretsu Forum, Blue Venture Investors, Dingman Center Angels, the Citrine Angels, the MIT Alumni Angels, the New Jersey Angels. So as you guys know, we have a lot of angel groups that are active participants of our programs, and they're also investing heavily into our companies. Want to thank the Georgetown Entrepreneurship Initiative, the Wharton DC Innovation Summit, the Founder Institute, Ryan and Wetmore, Enterprise Transformation Solutions, and the Monty Jade Science and Technology Association. So we want to thank all of our sponsors, and yeah, please use them. They do great work. Also want to let you know we have a bevy of upcoming virtual and in-person events, private investor only fundraising meetings, as well as some awesome master classes for our community. So please pay attention to our monthly newsletter, which is coming out at the end of the month. And also our marketing head, Emily, will be posting links to some of our upcoming events in the chat box. And just so you guys know, we have, for those of you who are in Las Vegas at CES in January, we are co-hosting with our friends at MoDev and CTA. We're co-hosting the Nero House event and reception on January 7th at the Venetian. We're co-hosting the AI House event and reception on January 8th, also at the Venetian. These are parts of CES. And on January 12th, we're hosting our annual healthcare investor brunch, for which we have almost 400 RSVPs. So if you're out in San Fran, let us know, and Emily will provide the links into the chat box. We also have our Connect Tales event coming up on January 28th in Arlington, Virginia. And our next CONNECTpreneur forum will be in person, will be in Baltimore at BW Tech at UMBC. That's on the morning of February 6th. We're also going to have 10 virtual Rocket Pitch events next year, including January and February. So again, for all this information, stay updated on all our events, you can go to our website. It's connectpreneur.org, or just pay attention to, I'm sure you guys are getting our mailings. So anyway, if you're interested in sponsoring, presenting, speaking, let Skylar or one of our teammates know. We'll get you the info. And finally, I know that Sky will be covering this in a bit, but we are going to be doing polls. So we have 6 presenters, and we'll have a poll for investors only after each presenter. So if you're not an investor, please just X out of it. And after our 6 presenters are done and our final polls are done, we'll go into breakout rooms. So all of you will have an opportunity to ask questions of our presenting companies and et cetera. So with that, let me turn things over to our MC today, Skylar Rallison, who's our CONNECTpreneur Community Manager. Sky, take it away.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Tian. And before we go any further, I want to introduce, we have one speaker today who is David Fitzpatrick. He is the VP of Marketing at Modus Create. Modus is one of our partners, so I want to turn it over to him to say a few words. David?
Thanks, Skylar. Happy to be here. I'll first say a few things about Modus Create. We're a digital product engineering firm, so we specialize in strategy, design, and build of software products and platforms. We came out of the DC tech startup space, have some roots connecting us to TN and Co. And also came out of open source software. So very much recognize the power of building a community of like-minded individuals. We're happy to be able to support this community as it's scaled from DC to national to international. For our role in this, we work with post-seed companies all the way to some of the biggest enterprises in the world. And that's trying to help them manage product development and the strategy surrounding it in a changing landscape. I'm sure you've all realized we're at peak hype cycle for AI. Skill sets and new technologies enter the market faster than ever before. So our function is as a partner to set a direction and help them deliver and scale on technology, right? As the maxim goes, to help them build the right thing right. I'll be in the chat afterwards. I'll post my information around. I'm happy to talk with anyone here or an email. But again, we're happy to support this. Good luck to all the pitches today. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you so much, David. Okay, with that, we will get started today. So just want to reiterate one time what Tian said. We will be doing investor polling after each presenter, and this polling is for direct investors only. So please, only if you are a direct investor, answer this poll. If you are not a direct investor, you can click out of it. And with that, we will get started. So to introduce our 6 presenting companies, I would like to introduce longtime CONNECTpreneur partner Sarah Klasper, who is an associate with Next, powered by Schulman Rogers, which is disrupting the way that startup law is being performed with packaged offerings on a fixed price basis. So with that, I want to turn the time over to Sarah. Welcome.
Thank you, Skylar. Good morning, everyone. And thank you, Tien, Skylar, Avery, Emily, and the entire CONNECTpreneur team for today's great event. Schulman Rogers, powered by Next, is very honored to be a longtime sponsor and supporter of CONNECTpreneur, a leading global event connecting entrepreneurs, investors, and other members of the startup ecosystem. And you know what? I said Schulman Rogers powered by Next because it's the holidays. It's actually Next powered by Schulman Rogers. We're a group within our firm that specializes with the startup groups. And the way that we make ourselves different from other legal service providers is we package our legal services into fixed price amounts so that founders and entrepreneurs can understand what their legal services will cost. We also make sure that our clients work directly with seasoned experts in the different fields that they may need. And we also integrate a robust technology platform that makes the experience very client-centric and collaborative and transparent. Please visit us at www.next.law if you want to read more about our team and our offerings. The first company I have the pleasure of introducing today is Ansana. Ansana is creating a solution to manage the end-to-end reprocessing of surgical instruments while ensuring sterility, eliminating consumables, and optimizing the process. Please welcome Dominique Surenik, CEO.
Thank you and good morning. My name is Dominique Suring, CEO and co-founder of Ansana. Ansana is bringing new sterilization technology to healthcare markets in the US and in Europe. In our first instance, we're focusing on the reprocessing of surgical instruments in hospitals. We were established based on the acquisition of the exclusive rights on a global patent portfolio, which was established by Stryker Corporation. Our main mission is to improve patient safety, but at the same time, we will be making sure to make hospitals more cost efficient and more sustainable. So every year, there's more than 300 million surgeries being performed globally. This requires a huge amount of sterile surgical sets, and it also comes with a lot of challenges for hospitals. On the patient risk side, there's still 3% of surgeries resulting in surgical site infections, and a significant part can be allocated to the reprocessing flow. On the process side, hospitals are carrying huge inventory of instruments and at the same time don't provide the best optimal service to their own operating rooms. On sustainability, well, we all know the pressure on the healthcare workforce as well as on reducing carbon footprint. With Ansana, we're addressing all of these issues by fully digitalizing the flow and fully optimizing the flow. With our solution, we make sure that all the sets get to the right surgery in the right time and in the right status. We do this by adding a smart device, a sensor module to every instrument set. And that way we know the exact location of every set at any given moment in time, but we also know the status because we will be measuring process parameters in every step of the process. So our offering is a combination of hardware, software, and services. The smart device sends the data to the software platform where they're processed and used in different functionalities, but also we will continuously, from a remote way, monitor the whole process at the customer and look at trending and look at continuous optimization also through benchmarking. Ansana is operating in a $15 billion market. It's also a high growth market. It's predicted to grow more than 10% in the 5 next years. We are looking for a very good market penetration by scalable models on the commercial side as well as on the operation side. On market traction, we've got pilot projects, pilot hospitals lined up in Europe, but we are also having advanced discussion with several US health systems where we look at collaboration on product development as well as on commercial development. We are also attracting quite some attention from large corporate groups, and more specifically, we've got a collaboration agreement with B. Braun, who is the market leader in sterilization containers. We've got a very strong IP position with the exclusive rights on a global patent portfolio of 38 patents, of which 23 are granted. And again, it was established by Stryker Corporation. We have a very unique solution and we don't have any direct competition, but I do want to mention the testing consumables that we will be eliminating from the process through parametric release, and also the alternative track and trace providers, but who cannot combine their technology with process measurements and who are not positioned as a medical device. On the team, we've got a very strong and experienced team with a combined experience in pharma and healthcare of 170 years, 50 years in entrepreneurship, and we achieved already 5 successful exits. Our business model is subscription-based, and it's for hospitals and ambulatory surgical centers. We want to be exit ready in 2027, and even before we become profitable in 2028. In total, we will be raising $14 million, of which half will be equity. To date, we have raised 1.4 million, and we're now working on our seed round of 2 million. It's a priced equity round with a pre-money valuation of 4 million, and we have already 1.1 million committed. We will be using the money to develop our minimal viable product, to obtain our ISO 13485 certification, and to implement pilot projects at partner hospitals. I thank you for your attention, and I'll be happy to take your questions in the breakout room. Thank you.
Thank you very much. There should be an investor poll that appears up for everyone. The next company we have today is CarTech. CarTech has developed Frog, an all-in-one filter device and single hypodermic noodle that aims to simplify the medical preparation process and greatly reduce the risk of needle stick injuries. Please welcome Sue Carr, founder, president, and CEO.
Give me a minute, 1 minute. On November 28th, 2018, at 8 o'clock in the morning, I was responding to a code in the emergency room. I had to filter life-saving medication for a critical patient because it was packaged in a glass sample. What felt like an eternity ticked by as I frantically searched for a filter needle as everybody watched, waited, and stared. I knew then and there I had to solve this problem. I'm Sue Carr, president, founder, and CEO of CarTech Corp., and I'm here today to ensure that no glass shards ever enter your bloodstream. If you've ever been to the hospital or had surgery, there's a high probability you've received medication packaged in a glass sample. Glass samples are sealed containers of medicine. They're cheap, readily available, stable for a longer period of time, and tamper-proof. But there's one big problem. To access a medication, you have to snap this neck. And when you do that, over 70% of the time, glass shards enter into the ampule and contaminate the medication. Therefore, it needs to be filtered before it can be administered to the patient. If not filtered, glass shards entering the bloodstream can cause internal bleeding to the lungs or stomach, or even worse. Imagine the opportunity for mistake and the added stress in an emergency situation when every second counts. Some of the common meds include lidocaine, morphine, epinephrine, and every newborn receives vitamin K in a glass ampoule. As you can see, there's 8 complicated steps. I've highlighted in red where the over 2 million needle stick injuries happen every year, costing hospitals over $2 billion to treat, and wasted time is another $3 billion. The solution is Frog. It's a simple all-in-one package, one needle filter device combined. CarTech has 3 US patents, 1 Canadian patent, and a PCT, and more to come in 2025. From an unsafe, complicated problem to a safe and simple solution. When Frog is a cost-effective, streamlined filter that assures no glass shards are going to enter the bloodstream, practically eliminates needle stick injuries, and in half the time. The ampule needle market is a $6 billion marketplace, growing at a CAGR of 9.9%. So ampules are not going anywhere. Globally, it's a $2 billion opportunity, and we intend to capture the U.S. marketplace, which is a $500 million opportunity just in U.S. hospitals alone. When Frog hits a marketplace, CarTech will have the only all-in-one package, one needle filter device in the world. The manufacturing, distribution, and storage is currently being outsourced. We're going to follow the same channels the hospitals are using, including the GPOs and IDNs with a powerful sales force. We anticipate market penetration end of 2025. And we already have requests from a very large military hospital for our first 1,000. Currently, we're raising a bridge round of $1 million. Our terms are super attractive right now since we qualify for a tax-back credit, which gives every investor, no matter where you are, 50% back on your investment until the money runs out. So now is the time to invest before we have FDA approval and a new valuation. We submitted a 510K to the FDA back in February, and we just have one more stop, then we anticipate approval spring of 2025 with market penetration by the end of the year. Completed an NSF phase 1 grant, and we're working on a phase 2 and more products in the pipeline. We have an amazing team, including fellow pharmacists, business executives, R&D specialists, and strategic advisors who've been there, done that, and successfully exited. And we want to thank all of our supporters, especially today, the CONNECTpreneur opportunity. So are you ready to take the leap? Our mission is to ensure that no glass shards enter the bloodstream and prove safety for all. Join CarTech in bringing Frog to the marketplace. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. There should be another investor pull up for CarTech. Next, we have Dobin. Dobin uses AI and analytics to transform transactional data into insights and to help deliver a comprehensive financial platform. Please welcome Khalid Ben-Gwarba, CEO.
Thank you. Imagine a region where growth is not just happening, where it's exploding. Well, Southeast Asia is on fire with a booming middle class and very attractive GDP growth. At Dobin, we're building the go-to financial platform for Southeast Asia, just like what Credit Karma and NerdWallet did in the US. In this part of the world, people with bank accounts struggle with three things. One is the money sits in far too many places, bank accounts, credit cards, and even e-wallets. Second, every day they get bombarded by discounts from merchants and banks. And third, the large majority of them have only checking account and no credit card products. Now, let's take a look at the hard data. Of the 280 million people in Southeast Asia, the people on average have 4 accounts, and half of them use e-wallets to make payments. On top of that, 80% of that 280 million has no access to proper credit, i.e. credit cards and loans. Now, Meet Dobin is the solution for all. It helps simplify money in 5 easy ways. Number 1, it brings all the data in one place from all accounts for better financial visibility. Number 2, it builds very deep insights into expenses, savings, hidden fees to help people build savings rather than burn cash. Number 3, it automates savings. It puts savings on autopilot by bringing the relevant discounts to each user of the app automatically. Number 4, it recommends which credit card to apply for or to use for each purchase a user makes to maximize rewards on every dollar they spend. And finally, for the 80% of people with bank accounts with no access to credit, it builds deep insights to help them access credit by helping them prove their credit worthiness. Behind the scenes, our secret sauce is applying AI and advanced data analytics to transaction data. We turn it into what we call profiles, and what we see in this screen is our credit profile, which looks at the quality of income and the affordability of someone has for a credit product. It all boils down into a very powerful credit score. Now, no other players in the region matches what we do, given the breadth of the money tasks we cover, our amazing user experience on mobile, and our unique use of data. We make money in 2 ways. One is we get paid for quality leads we bring to merchants, banks, and lenders. But we also charge for our credit profile as a service to banks on their own applicants and leads. We're going after a massive 97 billion market, and we believe that we can capture 400 million of revenue in this region alone, with upside from expanding to other regions. Since launching in Singapore, our first market, we captured around 30,000 users with no marketing investment, almost no marketing investment, and managed to build partnerships with 500 brands and with 8 banks to pay us commissions. Now, recently, 2 weeks ago, we launched in our second market, the Philippines, and we're looking to expand to 4 more markets in the next 2 years. Before launching Dobin, I spent 20 years in banking and payments, and I held leadership positions at Visa and American Express. And my 2 co-founders, as serial entrepreneurs, have built and exited tech businesses and built advanced data analytics businesses. We're now raising 2 million seed round after 600K pre-seed to mainly invest on growth, i.e. marketing and business development. The seed round would get us through 2026. I fully harness and monetize the 2 markets we are in. After that, we'll do a Series A to scale across the 4 markets and quickly hit the 6 million revenue mark in year 5. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to hearing your questions in the breakout room.
Thank you very much. There should be a investor poll up for Tess for Dobin. Next today, we have Tess Energy Solutions. Tess optimizes energy usage by capturing, storing, and redeploying excess thermal energy generated by various processes. Please welcome Michael Logan, CEO.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm Michael Logan, CEO of TESS Energy Solutions. We're here to introduce TESS, which is a breakthrough technology that salvages wasted thermal energy. TESS tackles two critical issues. By salvaging wasted thermal energy, corporate profits improve and climate damage can be reversed. Wasting thermal energy makes no sense. In 2022, we purchased $10 trillion worth of energy around the world and successfully managed to waste over 5 trillion of that. Does it ever make any sense to waste half of a valuable resource? Ice to water to vapor and back again is how the world manages climate. TESS solves the multi-trillion-dollar annual problem by recovering waste energy and converting it directly to usable electricity. Our programmable patented synthetic phase change material, SPCM, is the core of TESS, repurposing waste heat across a wide range of temperatures, mimicking nature's HVAC system. And this isn't just theory. $50 million worth of Generation 1 through 4 Canadian installations, 25 to 35% reduction in energy consumption for consumers, and power generators increasing their output by 25 to 40%. And TESS is available with no CapEx to clients thanks to utility capital funding models, and we make $250,000 off of every one of those units. TESS provides a rapid payback in 1.5 to 4 years. TESS is unique. Traditional batteries store electrons. TESS salvages and stores thermal energy, converting it to electricity, offering a compact and an efficient solution. For example, combining solar thermal with TESS can deliver in half of a football field what it takes 12 acres of PV and a Tesla Powerwall to do. There is no real competition for TESS. And we're looking at a multi-trillion-dollar market. And as you can see, thermal energy alone, just in the storage portion by 2030, is $52 billion. And our traction validates the opportunity. We have $100 million committed to TESS Energy Solutions by an energy as a service company. We have 8,000 leads committed from the Association of Energy Engineers, and we will have at least 500 of the 1 megawatt TESS unit sales in the sales funnel by the end of this year because of our app, which is able to process the data. We've even been approached by crypto mining and data centers where we can cut their grid demand by as much as 70%. Our leadership team combines deep expertise. Dr. Stefan Bilodeau, the inventor of TESS and United Nations consultant, John Bogeman and myself, experienced business architects and CEOs with exits behind us, and a seasoned team of engineers and operation leaders with decades of proven success. We're on track for about $250 million in commissions in 2025 with about $128 million EBITDA and scaling to $1 billion in commissions by 2027. Now we'll be making this transition to mass production in the interim, probably 2025. We've raised $1.2 million so far and are bridging to cash flow from sales from these leads with a $600,000 commitment. Your investment accelerates us into the next phase, which will be mass production, which our LLC will own a majority of the share in that. We are the global distributor and IP licensing agency for this technology. TESS is more than a product. It's a transformative solution for profits and the planet. By turning waste into wealth, we're building a sustainable future. Join us in this mission. Thank you, and I look forward to your questions in the breakout room.
Thank you so much, Michael. We should have another investor poll pop up for everyone. Next today, we have Zero Cheating. Zero Cheating is combating the growing normalization of academic and professional cheating with patented AI-driven solutions. Please welcome Neil Persant, founder.
The shift to online exams and rise of AI have created an unprecedented opportunity of cheating. This is explained by the theoretical framework, the fraud triangle. from Donald Cressy in the 1950s. This now is becoming a reality. Cheating is becoming normal from academics to business. 95% of high school students admit to cheating, 60% of college students as well. That's according to the International Center of Academic Integrity. The SEC even fined Ernst Young $100 million for cheating on the ethics portion of the CPA exam. There's already a market for fake credentials. Now you can just cheat your way through to a degree. What does that mean to you? Consequences in the real world of the people you trust. Your life insurance agent, your CPA, even your doctor might be unqualified. We solve this problem with a foolproof patented situation that addresses academic integrity and professional credentials. How do we do that? We have a comprehensive monitoring system using a proprietary external camera. This provides near 360-degree view, unlike our competitors using the built-in limited webcam. We monitor the computer and we verify your ID through biometrics instead of a government ID, creating a much more secure identification process. Let me show you how this actually works.
Competitors have a limited view, making it easy to cheat off camera. Our dual patented system solves this with a multi-lens camera, providing near 360-degree coverage and biometric ID verification, ensuring 100% secure exam.
We target academic exams at over 4,000 colleges in the US, 24,000 high schools, and the professional certifications, 3 million licensing exams, even the SATs and GREs are going online now. Our competitive advantage is a patent on the synchronized system that matches the physical activity of the student or exam taker against the on-computer monitoring. Our ID verification is also patented with biometrics. We're the only company that proactively prevents cheating by letting students and examinees know how it works, and our evidence is actionable, conclusive photos of the student holding their phone, which we will see with our 360-degree view. We have significant momentum. 2 of our 3 patents are already issued, paying customer, 12 active pilots, and we're in conversations with decision makers. Our team is composed of been there, done that, seasoned executives and industry experts, with raising over $100 million of previous capital for $1.5 billion in exits, including David Reese has an exit of Ellis to Pearson, education giant, for $50 million. Our revenue comes from 2 sources: software license agreements, which have a 90% gross margin, and sales of our camera. Contracts are multi-year 6 figures with recurring revenue. We anticipate positive cash flow in 2026 due to a 9-month sales cycle. We previously raised $750,000, nearly $750,000 in our pre-seed round. We're currently raising another $1.2 million on WeFunder in a safe. It's a crowd fund open to everyone. And our use of funds is to scale adoption and grow the company. I thank you for your time, and you can find us on wefunder.com/zerocheating to invest. See you in the break room.
Thank you, Neil. Another investor pull up for Zero Cheating.
We are going to go into breakout rooms shortly. I do want to put up one more sponsor poll just in case you missed it for our previous sponsor poll. So if you have already answered this in the beginning, no need to answer it again. We already have your poll answered. But if you did not see this in the beginning, please feel free to indicate if you're interested in any of these services from our sponsors. And at the bottom, we also have, if you're interested in pitching at one of these events, you can indicate that here as well. So with that, we would like to open up breakout rooms. Tian, if you want to open those up. We are going to do about 30 to 45 minutes of breakout rooms. Each company will have their own breakout rooms. And just as a reminder, the goal of these breakout rooms is to have presenting companies be able to talk with direct investors. So please be mindful of that. And you can find that breakout rooms button now at the bottom of your screen in that toolbar. You'll see that breakout rooms button. You can click that and click whatever company you would like to join. So with that, we will leave that here and send everyone into breakout rooms. If you have any trouble getting into a breakout room, please just message me in the chat which room you would like to go to, and I can help manually place you there. So Everyone have a great time and session in the breakout room.